What's going on, guys? Bao here, back with some Mutant Genetic Gladiators. Today we're going to be finishing off the Mount Olympus event. I did try to finish it off this morning, but yeah, that didn't really work because I got like insanely sleepy for some reason, like after I started the stream. So, yeah. Plus we had it like cut off for a few minutes there, so it had to be split up into 3 parts. I don't know. I didn't plan that. It did it itself. What's going on, Deadly? Yeah, so we're gonna be finishing the last 30, which shouldn't take too long, I hope. Basically we are gonna be getting these rewards at the bottom, except for the tokens, of course. So need these two. I don't really need the saber one, so yeah, that kind of sucks. We do have the mutant as well, which I already have in platinum, so I don't actually need it anymore. And yeah, so if you guys want to see that video, you can look it up. Just type in mutants and then the name of the character and you should be able to find it. What was I gonna say? Oh, they do have the Evo discount going on, which I will be doing. I'm not gonna be doing it like this second, like not in the video or anything like that. I'll make a video for it. I don't know how much I'm gonna spend on it because it is 900, which is not the cheapest we've seen, because they have had a 70% or 75% discount one. I don't think they've done the 80. I mean, we've had an 81. We've actually had a 90% one, but that was like way a long time ago, which they will never bring back. So yeah, that kind of sucked. But yeah, I think the lowest they'll go is the 600 gold, but that's probably once a year most likely, and even then they probably will only give us like a day for it or something, because normally they give us like 2-3 days. Like this one, they only give us like 2 days at 70%. So like, let's say they put up a 75%, they're probably only going to give us a day for it, because they don't want that many people leveling up that quick. And that's why you have to save your gold for pretty much events like this, which it isn't the greatest discount, but it is probably the best we're gonna get for at least a while. Maybe they'll give us one next month. I don't know, you just never know. They could throw in the 75% next month, but you just don't know what we're gonna get. Did I get a good sleep? Not really. I probably got maybe a max of 4, maybe even less than that. But I feel good. I got sleep. I feel like I was so tired. I was literally falling asleep when I was streaming. I had to eat something because I hadn't eaten yet. It was 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go get something to eat. There was actually some pretty good food that they brought. They brought chicken strips, some mashed potatoes and corn and stuff like that. And I was just like, I don't even want to get that all ready. So I grabbed the pizza box and I was like, please let there be at least a slice in it. And there was 2, and I was like, thank God. Heated that up real quick, sat down to try to eat the pizza, and I was literally falling asleep with the pizza in my hand. I think it took me like 30 minutes. Well, not technically 30 minutes, because I fell asleep for a good about 10 minutes, because I woke up and I was like, I just fell asleep. And then the pizza was on my lap, and I was like, thank God it didn't fall on the floor. Yeah, I literally just, like, after I was done, I laid down and I was out. And I didn't hear anybody get up. I didn't hear anybody this morning leaving. Like, my sister left to go work, and so I didn't hear anybody. And I just woke up, got up, went and did the stuff I had to do, got back, literally just got on and started the stream up so that way I can finish the event, so I don't have to worry about it. And then I'm gonna be streaming again later tonight for Fortnite, because I want to play that, of course. And then right after I'm done with this, I don't know if I'm going to, I don't know, there's a few videos I have to get done, but I don't know, that's not gonna take me that long. But I was thinking about, because I have to get the Anime Ninja video done. I haven't got it done yet, because last night, of course, like I said, I was, well, technically it was this morning, I was really sleepy and I was supposed to get it done. I didn't get it done. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to stream it right after, not literally right after this. I'm going to go grab something to eat, because I haven't eaten and I don't want what happened to happen yesterday. So I'm gonna grab those chicken strips and stuff, eat those, which shouldn't take too long, 20 minutes, something like that. And then stream the Anime Ninja video, and then once that's done, I have a few other videos like the Evo level one, which shouldn't take too long to get done. It's like a couple minutes. But I don't want to live stream that because I would literally have to turn on the stream and shut it off instantly. So it'd be just not good. And then I also have a platinum mutant I have to get done, as well as a regular mutant I have to get done, which I have 2 of them. Well, I think I have 1. I don't know. I have 1 or 2 mutants that I gotta get done. So yeah, I'm gonna get those videos done. And I don't know if I'm going to upload them tonight, considering I'm going to be streaming tonight. So I might upload them tomorrow for you guys. I did want to upload them today, but considering I'm like streaming and it's just a ton of content. So yeah, I think I'll put it up for tomorrow. Oh, you're going to go try to sleep with pizza? Yeah, man. I was like literally... I couldn't hold the pizza. I was so sleepy last night. It was not even like, but I got really good for the amount of sleep I got. I got really good sleep. Like I just slept because I was that tired. But yeah, I got an energy drink next to me. Gonna drink this because I bought 2 of them yesterday because it was the whole deal or whatever. But maybe tomorrow I'll drink some coffee because I tend to try not to drink as much coffee as I used to because it's not that it's not bad like a lot of coffee is bad for you, but like the amount you should be drinking. Like when I drink coffee, I don't do that. I tend to over drink coffee because it's so good. I can drink literally a pot of coffee in like less than an hour. Like I can just drink it like it's nothing. So yeah, so I try not to make coffee because I'm the only person that drinks coffee. Well, not the only person that drinks coffee in the house. It's just when they're drinking coffee, it's in the morning when they're getting ready for work or going somewhere. But I usually make coffee like now at 6 p.m. at night, so I can stay up to get videos done for tomorrow. And then tomorrow I don't think I have. I think I have. Yeah, I gotta get work done tomorrow. Do I? Wait, what's today? I don't even know what today is. Hold on, let me open my Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Sunday I cannot stream. Well, maybe I can stream, but I have stuff to do. Sunday. Saturday I'm probably gonna be streaming. I hope. Maybe it depends, honestly. Friday for sure. Friday and Saturday are... What am I doing? I have to go to the shop. Friday and Saturday are probably the best days for me to stream because I could literally stream all day because I have nothing to do those days. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anything to do unless something pops up. Like I have literally nothing to do. So I think those 2 are going to be the best days. Sometimes it's like I can't do it Friday, but I can do it Saturday, and then I can't do it Sunday. So it depends. Like my schedule is like it changes. So yeah, it's just all over the place. And then with the whole not getting sleep last night, like my sleep schedule is going to be messed up tonight, but I don't think I can fix it till Friday, which is unfortunate. Well, technically, I was going to say Thursday, but that would mean I would have to sleep at Thursday night a little bit more and then get up Friday because I don't have anything to do. I don't know. We'll see how it actually works out. Depends on how much sleep I get the next few days, because today, tomorrow, I don't know how much sleep I'm going to get because I do want to make videos for you. Also, I do want to stream, so we'll see how it works out. But yeah, I'm going to try to do more YouTube because I had other stuff going on that took me away from YouTube as much as I was doing it before. Like last year, I was pumping out I don't know, 10... I could make 20 videos a day. Like literally I could do a crazy amount of videos, because they don't really take that long. Like the hardest process is not the hardest process, but the most time consuming is editing, rendering, and uploading. So because those three take the same amount of time, and it just eats time away. So normally what I was doing it at night, and then I have a second computer, and then I would upload on that. But my second computer isn't working now because I had to take out some of the parts from that one to put into my current computer because it's breaking, because I've had it for such a long time. I am working on getting a new one. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get the money, because I'm going to probably spend anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 to get a new computer, so that way it lasts like this one did. Like this one could probably still go for another 2 years or whatever, but I'll use it as like a backup to upload and render and stuff like that, and have the other computer my main one. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. Editing and rendering is the boring part. It's not, it is boring, but if you do it right, like usually right before I go to bed, I will edit a ton of stuff, and then you set it to render, which is like when it's rendering, you can't really do much because your PC's running to render out that video, and it's taking up a lot, and you can't really open up new apps and stuff because it just slows your computer down even more, and it takes a lot longer to render, so you don't have anything else on when you're rendering, so it takes the least amount of time, especially for my older computer. But I do it at night when I'm about to go to sleep, so that way in the morning when I get up, everything's rendered out. And then let's say I have to go to work, or I don't know, go to school or whatever you guys do, then you would upload whatever was done, and then when you come back it would be done, and then you can start again basically. So that's how I was able to get out that much content in that short amount of time. But since my second computer broke and I had family stuff going on, and there was just so much going on in my life for the past year, but I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna let that bring me down. I'm gonna get back on YouTube and just grind it out, because I used to yeah, what's going on, Benjamin? Okay, I don't know if that's how you actually, but sorry, I know you say something about the Evo. I don't actually read Spanish. I really wish they would integrate Google Translate into the thing so I could answer you. Maybe you know English but don't know how to type it. Sorry, I don't know, something about the Evo. I will be upgrading my Evo though. But yeah, that's how I was able to pump out so much content in the shortest amount of time. I could just turn around content like crazy, and then like a ton of stuff happened, ton of stuff going on, and it was just like a big thing that I don't really want to talk about. But like YouTube was my escape from life. Not like an escape, but like it was a hobby, but it was also like a getaway basically, where I didn't have any problems to deal with in my actual life. I could just sit there, make a video, play a game, have fun, edit, like record myself and upload it. Like even if anybody didn't watch it, I would still get a video up because it was something I like doing. That's how, like when you first start off on YouTube, that's literally how you have to look at it. It's not gonna happen like instantly, and you got to keep it up or else you basically fall off. That's basically what happened with me. Like I literally went from we almost were at 500,000 views a month to literally like less than 200k views a month. I can bring it back over 200k easy. All I have to do is put in the time, which I'm doing now, so it's going to take a little bit of time to bring back up. But by the end of the year, I want to be at least closer to that like 200, 300k a month mark. And then next year what my ultimate goal is to just try to hit 1 million views a month, and then from that maybe go higher. But for now, 1 million is our goal. Subscriber count, not too really worried about. It's just the views that actually really matter. Like you can have no subscribers, but the views are what actually matter in terms of actually getting paid on videos for ads and stuff like that. and then I want to turn around and use that to do giveaways like I used to, because that's what I used to do with the money I made on YouTube. I would turn around and either invest it in computer, my screen I bought because of YouTube. I have a BenQ, which back when I bought it was like $300. And I also did a ton of giveaways. I also bought, like, the reason I have VIP 6 on Anime Ninja is because I used the YouTube money to buy VIP 6. But now I don't make anything because of the ad thing, the whole thing that with just YouTube itself now, like subscribers don't get notification. You have to ring the bell, but even then they just still don't get notifications. A lot of people have been live streaming now, so you have to live stream instead of making, like, yeah, you can make videos, but in terms of gaming, it's a better experience if you live stream it, because you can talk to chat and get feedback as you're making a video. And I feel like that's just the next thing to do. So I'm going to try it for a month and we're going to see how it works out. I'm already started. It's the second day in the month and we've streamed both days. I'm going to continue to try to stream daily, but there are certain days where I just can't. And it's just like I can't do it because of either I won't be able to have time because would be tired. I would get home at like freaking late. I would just have other stuff to get done. Because when you don't live with parents, like, yeah, I live with people. I live with my sister and stuff like that, but they got work and stuff like that. So I tend to, if I have enough time, I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll do the laundry. Like I've been starting to pick up all that stuff so that way they don't have to do it. Just because, like, if I can, I will. That's my, like, whole thing for this year. Like at the beginning of the year, like what is it called, New Year's goal or whatever. It's not really a goal, it's just trying to be a better person, I guess. It's not even really being a better person, it's just trying to help people basically, because like I don't mind cleaning, I don't mind doing stuff that other people don't like. I find it like people are like, oh, I don't like doing laundry. I'm like, it doesn't even take that long. And it doesn't, like, it's not like you're doing a ton of stuff. Like, literally, that's the easiest thing you could do is do laundry. So, if you guys live with your parents, if you guys have to do your own, or you don't have to do your own clothes, and you're letting your parents do them for you, and you have a washer and dryer in your house, just go do your own laundry, and do everybody else's while you're doing yours. And your parents will just, they would probably love it, honestly. Like, they would be amazed that you actually took the time to do it, because they probably have full-time jobs and they're tired after that. Like I may be tired after whatever I have to get done, and then I'm like, if I'm that way, then like everybody that works that way, I'm just like, I can do it because it doesn't bother me. I got 2 notifications and then I was open. Oh, okay, you got yeah, some people don't get notifications. Like, it's amazing that you have to be like, oh, subscribe. After you subscribe, to actually get my notifications, you got to click the bell. Yay! And then also like the video and do all this stuff. And I don't really do that, but I'm going to have to start because that's the only way to actually grow now, since YouTube implemented stupid stuff. It's like, yeah. But, yeah, if you guys have the power to do that stuff for your parents, honestly, do it. It'll show them you're taking initiative. It'll show them you're growing up, especially if you're a lot younger. And it's not that hard. Literally, you just put the clothes in the laundry, put the detergent in, and like sometimes they have it depends on what type of washer and dryer you have and stuff like that. So maybe there's a little thing for it, or maybe they use the little detergent pouches. Like, I don't know. It depends, honestly, on the where you live and stuff too. But just take the time to do it, especially if it's in your own house. It takes like, what, 30 minutes to wash, sometimes a little bit longer depending on the options you choose. Take it out, put it in the dryer, throw in some of the scent things, and you're literally done. And within, like, it takes like an hour to dry. That's 2 hours, which you're not even actually sitting there watching it. You throw it in, okay? Wait 30 minutes, go play a game of Fortnite. If you make it to you win the game. That's 30 minutes. Throw it in the dryer. You got an hour to spend doing whatever else. And trust me, your parents will love it, especially if you live with other people. Like it's not that hard. I don't know why everyone gets like, oh, I don't feel like doing my laundry, this and that. I'm just like, I'll do it. I'll do everything else too. And yeah, basically it's part of life, man. Like, but yeah, just do it. Clean, like, do the dishes. I love doing the dishes. It's like the easiest thing to do. Like, throwing the trash too is like the easiest thing to do, but it shows that you're actually trying to do stuff. Because when I was younger, I didn't used to hate washing the dishes, which is kind of weird, I guess, for some people, because I like playing with the water. Not really playing with it, but I like my hands in the water. Even though it was hot, I got used to it. And cleaning the dishes, and then afterwards my parents would be like, yay, or like sometimes they would always like pay me allowance and stuff like that for getting that stuff done. And then throwing the trash, like, easiest thing to do. Like, literally take the trash to the garbage. That's it. Takes a few seconds out of your, not a few seconds, but it takes a few minutes out of your day. You do all that stuff, and then you can play freaking Fortnite, and your parents aren't gonna say anything. I mean, they might say something if you play and not get your homework done and stuff like that, but you just maximize your time. And how are your parents gonna let you play games? Like, if they don't like you playing games, or maybe they allot you a certain amount of time, but then, I mean, you start doing stuff, maybe they'll give you more time, especially if you get your homework done. What I used to do, instead of go out and play with my friends and do all this stuff, which everyone would go out to go eat off campus or like do stuff like that, I would go to the library, or sometimes I wouldn't even go to the library. Sometimes I went to the counseling office, just wherever I could go to. Like, I would go to my next class, and if the teacher was there, I'd be like, can I use the room? And then they'd be like, why? I'd be like, I'm going to get my homework done. They're like, oh, yeah, go ahead. Or stuff like that. If you accept me, you have a tag, I'm Evo92. I will be adding people. I was supposed to add people last night, but like I said, I was really sleepy. So all you have to do is send a request on Facebook, or you can send a message to me on Facebook as well. And I usually go through those and just add a ton of people, because I always get people that stop playing or that didn't actually play in the beginning, even though I add them because they just wanted me to add them. So I always get a ton of people that either do all that stuff. So I tend to clean out my friends list often, although I don't always get all the way through it. I do clean out my friends list. And then I also get people that spam me with like invites and stuff like that. If I invite you or I add you, don't spam me, please, because I will block you. Or don't add me to random groups either, because I will block you. But I will add people, don't worry. You don't love to do that job, but you get paid. Yeah, I mean, doing it and getting paid, especially if you got a job, is just just do it, because like the reason you're doing it is to get money to spend on stuff. But if you turn around and, let's say, use that money to invest in something else, or just like save up that money, you can do stuff with it. I mean, look, okay, so let's say you don't have an Xbox or a good PC that can run Fortnite or anything like that. Those games are free. Once you buy that, you literally don't have to buy anything else. You can buy the season pass once, save up the coins, and buy it every month. Yeah, it's free. Like, you don't have to actually spend any. And there's a ton of free games. There's mobile. Like, if you have a cell phone, because everybody has a cell phone nowadays, there's a ton of free mobile games that you can play. Like, and you can just save your money. Trust me, save your money. You are going to need it, and it is the best thing to do. Even though you want to do stuff, like, yeah, if you have extra cash, what you should actually be doing is splitting it up into different parts. So let's say you don't act like you live with your parents or whatever, you have a part-time job or whatever, and you're getting a little bit of money. Split that up. Take, like, I don't know, if you can take, like, usually it's over 20%, and put that into savings. And then you just keep splitting that up from there. If you actually have stuff to pay for and that and this and then you have a little bit of extra spending money, and then you just learn to manage your money early on, so that way in a few years, 10 years or whatever, you're really good at managing money. And if you start making a ton of it, you're better at managing it, so that way you don't go broke later on. Because I know a ton of people who have made a ton of money and blew it all just because they didn't know how to manage it. And it's just like, why? Like, there was this one person I knew who actually got a settlement for a case or whatever. They got 100 grand gone within the first year. Like, gone, like all of it. Like, real 100 grand. That's more than they made in like 5 years working at the job they were working at. Because I think they made over like 20K a year or whatever, which is like just part-time, or not part-time, minimum wage. I think it was a little bit more than that, maybe like three or 4 years wage for them, and they blew it all in less than a year. Actually, I think they blew it all in a couple months. But learn to manage your money early on, because it is the best thing you can learn in life. Trust me. I don't like to be boring to someone. I just want... Oh, you just want my tag for the Mega Division? Yeah. That guy was a pain when I went through it, although that was a while back. But, yeah, if I ever add you guys, which I add people all the time, just don't spam me with random messages. Yes, you can message me, and sometimes I'll reply back, although with the amount of messages I get on Facebook, because I get so many, because I have a ton of friends on Facebook, I don't have time to message them all. Plus, the amount of workload that I have now and stuff that I have to do is just increasing. So, plus I'm about to move soon. I haven't decided when, but I'm about to go take care of my grandma because she's sick and no one wants to live with her. And I found that very sad, even though we don't have a good relationship. And that's another thing I don't really want to get into, but we don't have a relationship at all, I should say. It's something I want to do because I don't mind it and I have the power to help. Whereas some other people, they may have the power to help, but they just don't want to live with her, or they just don't want to live there. Like, I don't know, there's a ton of reasons why they just don't want to go there, but I'm just like, I have the power to go over there, help her, live with her, even if, because she has dementia, so even if she's saying all this crazy, because she says some pretty crazy stuff, like she'll cuss you out, or she'll be really racist, or she'll just say whatever she wants to say and not realize what she's saying. But that's the disease. And like talking, like she'll just like say some random stuff that she wouldn't have said before, 'cause she was a little sweet old lady. But like she'll yell at people for no reason, or she'll get mad for something that she didn't need to get mad about, like, or she'll tell you what to do, like she doesn't want anybody, like, because her daughter lives next door, because she has her house, she bought her house next to her or whatever, and like she'll see her leave and then she'll be like, where are you going? I want you back at this time, you can't go. She'll say like just like stuff like that, and it's just like they'll get mad at her, or they won't really get mad at her, they won't say anything to her, but they'll get mad because of the stuff she's saying, or they'll argue. Well, then I guess they do get mad at her because they'll argue about it, and then I'm just like, I don't know, I don't mind. Like, I really don't mind. And I don't know, I'm a really calm person, and if there's conflict and I can get in between it, I'll get in between it, because it's just the type of person I am, I guess. But yeah, like she tells everybody that she's scared to stay in her own house. You'll make her happier. Hopefully. I mean, hopefully I can make her happier, even if she's saying a bunch of stuff to me that is stuff that I know she's gonna say, because of like a stuff I don't want to get into about my family. But there's just a ton of stuff that I know she's gonna bring up and just throw in my face and stuff like that. But with the type of person I am, I don't take it seriously, especially since she's sick. So I went through it with my grandpa because he forgot who I was, like sometimes when I was sitting with him, or he thought I was my father because I literally look like my dad, and like he would tell me stuff that he would tell my dad, or he would be like, "Who are you?" And then I'd be like, I'm me." Like I would have to tell him who I am. I'm like, "I'm your daughter's son," and then he's like, "My daughter," and then he would be like, "Oh, this person," and then I'm like, "Yeah," and then he'll remember, and then or sometimes he would remember me and then forget everybody, and then like there was just things that happened as he was slowly dying. But yeah, no one wants to take care of her, and she's scared because like where she lives, not exactly where she lives, but around her area, there was somebody breaking into houses and either stealing stuff. There was one case where they actually raped somebody, so she was like, "I'm a little lady, what if they come break in to steal my stuff or try to rape me?" You know what I mean? Like just stuff like that. Like she's scared at night, and she'll sleep in the living room in her chair instead of going to her bedroom because she's scared, because she can see both the doors where she sits. So it's stuff like that. And then I'm just like, I don't mind going there to help in any way I can, even if it isn't something big that I can do. Just being there, I don't mind. You know that problem, your father is sick and and he has moments where yeah, she gets angry for no reason. Like she'll just start being angry. Like you'll do a little thing, like not throw, like you'll put something down, like let's say you're drinking a soda or something, and then you put the container down because you don't want to get up because you're watching something real quick, and she'll get mad because you didn't go throw it away because she thinks you're gonna leave it there or something. Like she'll get mad at the dumbest stuff. But I'm just like, I'm the type of person that doesn't really take it. Like people can say a bunch of shit to me, but I'm not really gonna get mad because it doesn't affect me. Like they're just words. Words are words, man. It's people that give them meaning or the intent behind them that hurt people. And for me, it doesn't. I don't really get affected by that stuff because I find it funny, honestly. Because it's just like they're words, man. Like people get angry about words, and I'm just like, yeah, the meaning behind it may be something bad, but if you don't give it that power, then like what does it do then? It doesn't do anything. It's just a word somebody says, and it just shows how ignorant sometimes they are, or how stupid they are, or they're trying to argue with you for no reason, and you're just like, yep, okay, just walk away, or just let them yell at you. Like I find it funny because sometimes I would just let them yell at me, and I'm just like, yeah, it's sad how you think about me that much. And then they'll be like, I don't think about you. I'm like, you're literally yelling at me about stuff that I do, so you're thinking about me. Like you're thinking about everything I do, and they just like, they usually stop. And then yeah, I don't know, I just find it, I don't know, I find confrontation funny, but it depends on the type of confrontation, because I've been in some serious confrontation, and I'm just like, there's times to be funny, or there's times to say stuff, and then there's times just to shut up. And you just gotta know when and how. And I grew up in basically, you can classify it as the ghetto. It was a little bit worse than the ghetto, just because people from the ghetto didn't want to come to where I lived, because it was like, it was people literally killing each other all the time. It's gotten better since then, but that was when I was little. Like I used to live there when I was little, so I seen all that stuff. I've had guns pulled on me multiple times. But like even now where I live, there's a shooting every other week. Like there was one time, not this year, but last year, where literally there was a shooting almost every single day. And I'm so used to it. When I hear a gun go off, I'm just like, oh, somebody's shooting at somebody, and everyone's just like running, or they get scared. I'm just like, if they're not shooting at you, don't worry about it. Like, they're not gonna. Yeah, they may accidentally shoot you, but it depends on where they're shooting. Like, if you hear it like a block down or a couple houses down, I'm like, they're not shooting at you. Don't worry about it. Don't get involved in it. Yeah, there's a few people that got killed. There was one guy that oh, hold on, let me see what you're saying. Not the small things, but it's a bit about money and always bullying your grandma. Yeah, see, stuff like that too. It's just like sometimes they're just that far gone. Like, I don't know, just I don't know how old you are, or like if you don't mind, like if sometimes even stuff like that I would get in the middle of, and they're like, I'm gonna hit you. I'm like, go ahead, you can hit me as long as you don't hit this person. So it depends on how comfortable you are with stepping in, because sometimes you will get hit. Like, getting in the middle of confrontation, sometimes they're not aiming to hit you, and I've gotten hit multiple times. I've gotten my pinky broken from stepping in the middle of a confrontation because they were hitting each other, and I'm just like, no. And I'm big. I'm 6 foot. Like, I'm a big dude, so even like they're fighting, I'm just stepping in the middle and I'm breaking it up. But like, it depends on if you're ready to get hit. And I don't know, my dad was a boxer. He was a training coach. He went to the Golden Gloves when he was little and stuff like that. So ever since I was little, I was trained to box. And my dad beat me when I was little. So getting hit for me isn't that big of a deal. It's just not. So that's why I feel like when I step in the middle of something like that, other people would be scared. They're like, you're afraid of getting hit. I used to get hit when I was little, and it's not that big a deal for me. I don't mind getting hit, as long as it's like. Plus, most people know, like inside my family anyway, that like if you hit me in like a confrontation, I won't do anything. But like if you like come up to me and then hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. So yeah, they tend not to, like, when I get in the middle of like my family disputes and stuff like that, they tend to stop fighting because they usually don't want to fight me. Even if they do want to fight me, like, there's other people in my family that just won't deal with that. Like my cousins, like, yeah. So it usually de-escalates pretty quickly. But even if they wanted to hit me, I'm just like, go ahead. Unless they hit me really hard, or they hit me with something, or I'm the one that they're in a fight with or something like that. It just depends on the situation, because I will hit people back, especially if it's somebody I don't know. But if they're getting mad at me over something stupid, then I'm just like, there's no point in fighting over it. But if it's a serious situation, then of course I'm gonna fight back. I'm not gonna just stand there and take it. Yeah, it's good to look at it from their perspective as well. Yeah, think about it from their perspective, because like sometimes, like, what if you this is why I'm going over there as well, because like when I'm old, I want somebody to be there with me if I get dementia, or if I get, like, because it runs in my family, Alzheimer's, dementia, all that stuff runs in my family. And I'm like, if I'm like that, and people see me go and help somebody else like that, I'm hoping, like, when I get old, because I don't know if my sister's gonna be here when I get old, or I don't know if I'm gonna be here and my sister's by herself or whatever. But you just don't know if the people around you are still gonna be there, and you have to rely on your other side of the family, or this side of the family, other people outside your family. Like, it's best just to look at it from other perspectives. And it's just like, if I was old, I would want somebody to be there with me, like, because I would feel lonely. Like, she doesn't have her husband anymore. She doesn't have her kids because no one wants to live there. My dad would probably come back and do it, because that was the type of person he was, but he's not here anymore. And even though my auntie or her daughter lives next to her, they fight all the time because they never see eye to eye, and they've fought even before she got dementia or whatever. So they were just never close. But she used to fight with her daughters, so they don't really want to live with her because it's worse now. And then I'm just like, I'm an outside person that doesn't really have a good, like, I've lived there before for about a year when I was going to school because I was living with my father. But we didn't really have a good relationship even when I lived there. I would do what I want. I would come home when I wanted. As long as I went to school, no one cared what I did. So I've lived there, and I don't mind living with her again. It's not that big a deal for me, and if I can do it, I might as well, man. It's something that I think if you can and you can do something for somebody, you should do it. Unless it's like something pretty bad, or like, it's up to you depending on the situation what you want to do. But I feel like I should help, so I'm going to. What's going on, Toby? I don't know if you're still here. Tobo or whatever. I don't know if that's how you say it, but because there's like spaces, so is it Tobo? I don't know. Well, you don't want to get in the middle because you're 16, but they're 50 and 70, so not my business. Yeah, that's another thing. If it's not like your business, you don't have to get in the middle of it. That's another thing. Like with me as well, like with relationships, I tend to try to stay out of those unless it gets very physical. Even like there's certain situations where I won't get into because I'm like, you have to learn that this person is going to keep doing it, and I'm like, I can't keep stepping in the middle of it. Like, it's not my job to police your relationship. Just like if me and somebody else were together and she was beating on me or I was beating on her, it's just, well, I wouldn't really beat on a lady, so that's why I said she was beating on me. But because I really don't hit women, just the way I was brought up. But well, shouldn't say I wouldn't hit her unless, like, well, even then I wouldn't hit her. But if she was like freaking hitting me, I would just hold her down. I'm 6. Most women, or most of the ones I've been with anyway, they're smaller than me, so I can just hold them down. So I'll usually just hold them down. But like if somebody's seen that and then this, like my sister stepped in the middle and started beating on her, I'd be like, whoa, what are you doing? So I look at it like that. I'm like, if I had a relationship, I wouldn't want them telling me to dump her, or she's not good for me, or this or that. So I don't do it to other people. But there are some times when you do have to step in and stuff. So it just depends on the situation. It all depends on who it is, how you feel about them, and like this and that. Like there's a ton of stuff that goes into it, especially with relationships. That's a hard one to decide whether or not to step in. I have done it before with my sister. Like it was getting to the point where she was about to kill herself, and I literally threw the dude out. I was like, get the hell out. Like that's it. They're a lot better now. Like he even comes over. They're still friends or whatever, but it was just getting to the point where it just couldn't be that way anymore. And she was literally about to kill herself. Like she just had a breakdown. She just fought with my mom, and then they instantly started getting into it. And I'm just like, okay, this is enough. I'm gonna throw the person out, throw him out, and then that was it. That was the end of it. And like there are certain times when you do have to step in regardless of who it is. Like if they're on that point of killing themselves, because I've had people around me kill themselves. Like they literally, this one girl, because I learned early about death and stuff like that, just because of the people I was around, because of the people my family were around, because they were involved in gangs and stuff like that. But the girl that I knew, she was in my class. We were in 7th or 8th grade, right? 8th grade. 8th grade? Was it 8th grade? I don't know. Right before you go to high school. Anyway, she literally sat right next to me, and we literally talked all the time. We even had a like a book club or whatever. Not really a book club, but like a book session, where it was part of the school thing, but like literally you were set up into groups and you read books together or whatever. So she was part of my group, but literally she sat next to me. We talked, not every day, not all the time, but like we talked, we would joke around. She even, like, we're that close where she's like, oh, can I borrow $1 because they were having a sale or whatever, and she was short $1, and I was like, yeah, here you go, here's $1. And little did I know that she was hurting that bad, that I think it was less than a month later, she literally hung herself. And I was just like, if I knew that, I would have tried to help her, but I didn't. And it was just like, whoa, like even the person, you know, you're sitting there laughing together, and like they borrow money, and like that's like sort of like a closer relationship. We were friends, but we weren't that we were friends in school, not outside of school. And it was just something that I was like, I was shocked by, basically. But you just never know, and if you have the power to step in or help them, because you just never know. And if you see somebody like that and you can talk to them, just, like, you just never know who's gonna do it and who isn't, because I've known a ton of people who've done it, and it's not something you can see coming. Sometimes you can, but sometimes it's the most impossible thing to see coming for some people, because they hide it so well. But of course, like, if I was a lot closer, I could have probably seen it. Like my sister, I instantly knew. I was like, this is getting really bad, and I looked at her and I was just like, whoa, this is something I have to step in. So if you can, do it. Like, there's no harm in helping somebody, man. Like, even if it's a total stranger, sometimes they need help. Just you never know. Like, literally, there was one time where I helped somebody. A couple of days later, I seen them, and they gave me a discount because they worked at a fast food place that I was going to, and they were like, hey, I remember you helped me out. I'm gonna give you and they literally took like 80% off the whole bill, and I paid like $5 instead of like the 30 or whatever I was paying. I was just like, that's insane. Like, you literally never know. Look at that, I got buck for people who were asking the other day. I can't discard it. Oh, did I crash? I think I crashed. Oh, I don't know if this crashed. Oh, there we go. So just help, man. Whenever you can, just help people. Yeah, that's another thing. If they're grown adults, they're grown adults. Like, they shouldn't be acting. Well, I shouldn't say they shouldn't be acting that way, but they can make their own choice and they can make their own decisions. So, like, if you try to help, like, I literally try to help people, the same people, multiple times. They don't listen to me, and then they do it again, and I'm just like, and then they come for me to help. I'm like, I have told you this many times, this is what you're supposed to do, or this is how you're supposed to go about it. I can't keep telling you that. You're gonna have to figure it out yourself at this point. Like, after a certain amount of times helping somebody, if they don't get the picture, you just have to let them go through it, or else they're never gonna learn. Even if you don't want them to, and it hurts to watch them go through it, there's nothing you can do, because some people were grown. Like, some of the people I'm talking about are grown adults, man, and they need to make their own choices and their own decisions. And I gotta live my life, and it's just, that's just the way it is. Like, you can't always help everybody, but as long as you try at least once or twice or multiple times, that's all that counts in the end. But yeah, just try to help people. It's the best, most positive thing you can do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Didn't realize I was gonna talk about all that stuff this video. I don't know. I do have a ton of stories and stuff like that I can go. I think I'm just gonna do these 3 fights, just to add on to this a little bit because I want to get the quest done and I want to see what the next one is. Did it say win 3 or just fight 3? 3 fights. Okay. Finish PvP fights. So yeah, I have a ton of stories, man. Like, there's a ton of stories where some of them I can't talk about, of course, because of some of the stuff that happens in them. But I don't know what the statute of limitations on some of the stuff is, so I might have to look that up. But some of them I can, like some of the ones where I've gotten guns pulled on me, stuff like that. Some of the fights I've been in, some of that stuff is some of the stuff I could talk about. But yeah, I don't know if I want to make, like, because I see all those people telling stories and stuff like that, and I kind of like that. Like, my life can be literally a movie or a book for the amount of shit that happened to me or that I went through. And that's how I see it sometimes. I'm like, I should write a book, or I should write a script or something like that, even though I'm not the best writer. But I can tell the stories, and that'd be nice. But yeah, some of the stuff that's happened to me is like that'd be a good YouTube video. Plus, some of the stuff that happens in life happens to other people, and telling your story just because you don't want to tell it and let other people hear it, you should still, like, I'm not saying you should tell people, but you should at least try to tell people. And if my story helps somebody else get through something that happened to me and they don't have to go through it, then that's a win in my book, even if it just helps one person. So I was thinking about a series like that. I don't know how I want to do it because I don't want to use people's names, or like, some of these people are still alive. Like, some of the stuff I went through with my parents, some of the stuff I went through with my sister, some of the stuff I went through with close people to me that probably even watch some of the videos that I make. So it's just like, I don't want to step on anybody's toes with some of the stories, but some of them I can tell, and maybe they'll help people in the same situation that I am in. And yeah, it would be pretty cool. So I was thinking about doing like a series like that, like story time, or not. I don't even really want to call it story time because I feel like that's just ugh. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to win this fight because I don't know what this tag damage is. So what I am going to do is try to take down this guy, I guess. Oh, it would have been a pretty good tag to use on that guy. It's spelled the other way around. I don't know. It's John, but I don't know what kind of name you're trying to spell. You are my coffee keeping... Oh, keeping you not sleep. Oh, okay. I'm like, ooh, did you guys hear that? Freaking thunder. Thunder and lightning. Yeah, it's because it's raining outside. It's very cloudy, and probably gonna get some freaking... Hopefully the power doesn't go out. I say that, and then it's gonna go out. Watch. The 14th challenge is when... they're always the same. I just want to see what the next one is because I don't remember. Literally, you can write them down. They're the same thing every time. Except for sometimes they change up like the mutants you have to kill, or they'll change up the last few depending on the thing. What's going on? Stepmo? I don't know how to say your name, sorry. 14 challenges, win 100 PvE fights. I'm not even in the middle. Yeah, the PvE fights and the PvP fights are just a pain in the ass, honestly, in my opinion. Let's attack this guy. Hopefully Surfer will attack us. You're the best player of mutants. I'm not the best, but I do know what I'm doing, and I feel like some of the other people are just not as good. I don't know, some of the stuff that some of them say and people listen to is just like, the whole thing with, I don't know who said it or where it actually came from, but the whole thing with Colossus and Boost is the dumbest thing you could ever do. So whoever told you to do that is just not, they don't know how to play the game, honestly. Yes, it will work in terms of lower level players, of course, but lower level players aren't going to be attacking you. Higher level players are. And the whole, like, this one's a little bit better because they have the double boost, which probably is going to work a little bit better. But it really, like, 84%, it really doesn't matter because I'm going to kill him regardless. Like, I was going to say 3, but X was 2v1. So, yeah, he's going to do a ton of damage here. All right, watch. We're going to hit him. He's going to do a ton of damage, but he's still dead. What did the boost accomplish? Absolutely nothing. So I think boost is the dumbest thing to ever put on Colossus. Unless you do it sort of like him, which is a little bit better in terms, but you'd still have to give up an orb slot for that. Like, it really pisses me off, and I do not know where it came from or who said that was meta, or like who was like, yeah, this is the best thing ever. I have no idea where it came from, but it came out of nowhere, and it is the dumbest thing to do for Colossus. It truly is. Oh, look at that. Let's go. Level 501. If you guys are wondering, I could have been up there with some of the top level players, and I was actually past those guys. Some of those guys that are like 2,000, 1,000 and stuff like that, I was past them in levels before I quit. And if you guys are wondering, I quit at level 300 when people were still at level like 20 or 30 or 100 or 150. I quit at 300 because I got bored of grinding out mutants. But if I continued to grind out the way everyone else did, I would have easily been a couple thousand by now. So just remember that fact. Because I get people like, oh, you're not 2,000. How are you supposed to be the best? Oh, you don't know anything. I've been playing way before anybody else even thought of it. I was probably the second person to get a video out on, well, there was a couple other people actually, but I was literally one of the very first people to get mutants a video for it. And then honestly, like, I was the first one to make random mutant videos. Those freaking are everywhere now. Like, I don't know, like, I was doing stuff before other people were, but yeah, they just I don't know, they think that like having a fame of 100 and or 501 now makes me a bad player, even though they have like 1,000. But what they don't understand is having a fame of any level doesn't matter as long as your Evo outdoes them. Like, if my Evo is currently, it's at 202, but they got to remember they don't have to buy every character. Well, now I don't really have to buy every character, but back then I had to buy every character and get the videos out and make sure I got them into gold and stuff like that for videos for my YouTube channel. So they had more gold than me, but now I don't really have to do that as much. So like right now I wouldn't even have to upgrade my Evo if I didn't want to. But upgrading your Evo doesn't matter if you have 10 fame or 100,000 fame or 10 billion fame. It doesn't really matter on your fame level as long as you have an Evo equivalent to what you should be at. Save your golds. Try not to buy stuff you don't need. You don't need every character that comes out. You just need certain ones that are pretty good for you and that can continue you towards getting gold. And upgrade your Evo. The higher your Evo, the better off you're going to be in anything, in PvP, in PvE, in just random stuff. Your Evo trumps all because that is the level of your characters and that's how much damage you're going to be putting out. So don't worry about everybody else saying this and that. Oh, this. It's all about Evo, man. And yes, I could have had a higher Evo than, or on par with some people. Some of the people I couldn't even come close to because they won the jackpot, and that's one thing I've never been able to do as long as I've been on this game, and as much gold and slots, tokens and stuff like that I've put into the game, never even won once. That's another thing they should fix. They should have a gauge on the side to give you better odds at getting, not essentially getting a bing or a jackpot, but getting better rewards for later. But I used to spend a lot on the slots. When it first came out, I dropped, I think, 3,000 gold or something like that, or probably, I think it was maybe even more than that, just for a video for everybody to watch. So of course people are going to get higher than me in Evo because I'm spending gold on stuff I shouldn't have. Even the breeding events, sometimes I spend gold I don't need to, but it's for the video. So if I didn't make YouTube videos, I probably wouldn't play the game as much, but I probably would have been a higher Evo because I wouldn't have to spend gold on stuff I don't need to. But I don't mind because I love it. So what damage will Colossus do to Bronca? I don't know. My base damage is 65k. So if it is a, what is he, mythic? I think I have a attack that, let me see if he has mythic. If he has mythic, we'll see. Will I spend gold or credits at Evo? I will be spending gold because I don't have enough credits. If I had enough credits, I would do the credits first. Always do credits first and then use your gold. But I will be spending gold because I don't have enough credits. I'm sure at about, I think I have 70 mil and it's like 90. So I'm about 20, 25-ish. We'll say about 30 mil short of actually getting it. So there's no way to get 30 million credits. So I'll just level up my Evo with gold. And I literally just spilt freaking energy drink all over my shirt, man. I'm gonna literally have to go change, and I just changed my shirt, man. Ugh. See what I mean about laundry? Oh man, this sucks. All right, so we have to do kill zoomorphs. I'm gonna stream for about another 30 minutes, so let's just get some of these done while I'm sitting here, because I'm gonna have to do them anyway. So it's just an extra little bit at the end of the the video or the live stream. Can't think of any good mutants similar to Unbrinny, mostly for PvE. Any mutant with a tri attack is perfectly fine, I guess. There's a ton of them. It depends on the characters you have as well, so but fast characters for PvE are probably a lot better. Because as long as you're at a higher level, though, as well. So that plays a factor. Because I can use X27, kill all those guys faster than she could attack. Because let's say you use a mutant that's like one of those. I think one has a speed of 5, one has a speed of 3. So X27 gets, I think, 2 attacks before they get to attack. Maybe even 3, actually, depending on it. Like, if you're using a 3 speed character, yeah, they're going to be pretty slow. So, speedsters actually tend to work a little bit faster if you're able to one-shot. If you're not able to one-shot, then don't worry about it. But, I don't know. Just look through. You can literally look through the characters even though you don't have them. You can look at their speed. You can look at their stats and stuff like that. All you would have to do is go to the thing at the bottom, the Mutantpedia, whatever it's called, and you can just look at all their stats. So I would just recommend going there. Plus, you'll see what characters you have, and you can just look at those. Plus, you shouldn't be looking. Where the hell are all the zoomorphs? Anybody know what Mega Division Stage 3? Did I just pass it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, talking and looking at the same time, it just didn't help. Oh, you mean him? Yeah, he's pretty easy. He's a mythic, mythic, mythic. So against Colossus, which is hell if I know where. He has a saber and a galactic attack. Yeah, just all you have to go is down there at the bottom. So hold on, I'll get to the whole class thing here in a second. If this thing, oh, I shouldn't have opened it, but yeah, if you open this thing at the bottom right here, it's literally at the end. All you have to do is check the stats. Look, it shows you their attacks. It shows it at level 1, of course, and then it shows their speed and HP. But if you're looking for certain attacks, all you would have to do is look them up. Like, if you guys are wondering, I did need the plumber, and they had him in that pack or whatever. The reason I didn't buy it is because it's a waste. Like, I have to buy all those other characters just to get one character. It's not worth it for me. But yeah, look, this guy's at 11.11, and then he has those. Like, if you're looking for a tri-attack, there's one there. Like, you'll see him at level 1 though, so this would what it would look like. And also, I think you're seeing the base version of them, so of course the higher versions are going to be a lot better, but you can get a feel for what attacks they have and stuff like that. And plus, you get to see what characters you actually have. It has the full list, and you can go by gens if you're looking for certain gens and stuff like that. So use it. And you literally don't have to ask anybody, because then you'll know what characters you have, you know which ones you're going to be going for, and stuff like that. So yeah, because that's what I do when I don't, like, when the new characters come out and I don't know their stats, I go look it up. Like, I literally go over there, find the character, you look at their stats, and that's how I find out stuff. Like, it's the easiest possible place. Plus, you'll see what characters you actually have. So let's say you're looking for mythics, you go to the mythic tab, look at the characters, and do a little bit of research and see what you need, or what you're looking for. Like, if you're going against a mythic, then you would want a saber. No, yeah, is it saber? I don't know. Hold on, let me just find the freaking, where are all the zoomorphs? Does anybody know what stage? I think it might be in the super division, actually. I think it's down this way. And they always make this so hard to find these characters. There's one there. I'm looking for one that has 2, so that way I can at least get 2 at a time, which is gonna be, because I don't think there's one with 3, not for zoomorphs at least. I mean, I can go do PvP and get it that way. There's one there, but that's multiple attacks. I just want one that's with just the 3 characters there instead of having to go through 4. Even though I could go through the 4, it really doesn't matter. I might have to go back to that one. This is the second stage. You're gonna be a level 100 soon. You need a grind. Yeah, make sure you're leveling up them characters, man, because trust me, once you start getting up there into the higher levels, it tends to take a lot longer to level the characters. Because like at 200 for me, from getting a character to 0, or well, I say 0, it's level 1, to level 200, it takes forever. Even if I were to sit there and grind it out with level 3 EXP orbs, it takes forever. Alright, I'm just gonna do this one because I'm tired of looking through all of these. I need 7 levels to be 100. Nice. But basically, here's the will. Look at the will. Like, if you guys are asking, oh, what's gonna be good against this and that and this, there's literally a weakness chart right here. Like, make sure you use it. So basically, you're taking on a mythic in that stage, the boss. So basically, you're gonna need sabers. You could also use zoomorphs. Hold up. Oh, I just need to burp. You can also use zoomorphs. So that is 25%. So it's just gonna be a attack that's about a little bit better than just like a regular attack, but the best one is of course the 50% ring. So another thing is let's say you're trying to take on a certain character, make sure you don't use Necro. But then he also has, I believe he's a Mythic Saber. Was that right? Is he a Mythic Saber? I don't know. I don't think I have him actually. Let me go check. Really? Really, game? Thank you. I do. Oh, he's Mythic Zoomorph. So if you can actually go look at the chart, using Sabers isn't going to help you as well, because he is going to get 50% against your characters with his attack, his second attack. So what you're going to have to do here is either you're going to do that and chance it, or what you could do is have a character on this side of the thing. Although I would say go for Cyber Mutants just because they're neutral compared to his 2 gens, because Mythic still does 25% to Galactic, and then the Mythic does 50% to Necro, so you wouldn't want the first gen to be either of these two, nor would you want it to be Saber, because he hits for both of those. So basically you're going to go to the opposite side, which is Cyber, go to the Cyber characters, see which one also has a Mythic gen, and use that character to hit for, use your second character's gen, or your character's second attack to hit for Mythic. But that's the best way to do it. Just look at the chart, see what characters or what gens they have, and then go basically opposite. Not technically opposite, because they could have these two, and then you would probably want to have Saber at that point, because he doesn't really. But in this case, he literally takes out half this side, because he has attacks on all of these except for this one. So he has 25% to Mythics, he has 25% to Galactic, he has 50% to Necro and Saber, and then he has nothing versus Cyber. So you would go to Cyber and then wait for it to pop up if it ever pops up, and then you're looking for a character that has a Mythic, not Mythic, a Cyber gen. So Dezinger would work perfectly for that role. This guy would work perfectly. Who else is there? There's this girl. There's depending on your characters as well. There's this one which I haven't made yet. So I don't have that many, but maybe you'll have more. So it just depends on what you have and stuff like that in terms of getting things done for the Mega Division. Or any fight in general. Like if you're setting up mutants for fights in PvE or PvP or whatever, just look at the counters. Man, those lightning sound so loud. Yeah, it's freaking. I think it's still raining out. The outside is like grayish orange. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a weird ass color outside right now. Because the sun's still up, but then the clouds are like dark gray, like it's weird looking. You're gonna use Project Dezinger and Exo Cookie and your tag. Can I add you to Facebook? If you guys are looking for an ad, all you have to do is basically send me a invite on Facebook and or message me, or do both, in my opinion would work best. I do add people. Sometimes it does take a little bit longer. If I haven't added you right away, all you have to do is, I recommend cancel the friend request and resend it, because I get so many that it becomes hard to keep up with them, and I do go through like the pending requests and delete a ton as well. So maybe I deleted yours by accident, because I get overwhelmed, and then I like literally at the bottom of the list, I don't know if those people are still playing or not. So I tend to delete the bottom and go up, and then I tend to try to stay at the top and add down. So maybe it's good for you to unsend it and then send me a new one, and then also send me a message on Facebook, because I look through those, and all you have to do is add in, be like, add me level this and evil this, and I'll add you. Doesn't matter what your evil or level is. It's just a way for me to know that you actually play mutants. Because like if you're level like 30, that's fine. But if you're level like 5, maybe if you barely started, but like if you're level 5 and you've been playing a year, then I'm like, yeah, no, you don't actually play, so there's no point in me adding you. And if you don't play that often, I will delete you. So just because I added you doesn't mean you can't get deleted. I do also delete people who spam me. So if you do send me a message on Facebook and I haven't added you, wait at least 4 or 5 days or something, maybe even a week, and then message me again. Like, it doesn't have to be the very next day just because I didn't add you. Like, I've added people a month later just because it took me a while to get through the list or to clean up my friends list. Like, there's other reasons besides, oh, I'm not gonna add you. So you just gotta keep trying, man. Just keep trying. The more you try, the better chances you're gonna have to get on my friends list. But that goes for anything in life. The more you try, the better off you're gonna be. The better you're gonna get at something. If you're trying to learn to do something, you just gotta keep trying, get back up on that bike. Like, just keep trying. It's not something that's gonna happen instantly. Maybe it will for some of you. Maybe I'll go through it after this stream. Are you freaking kidding me? It went over twice. Look, so I didn't want to refresh that guy, but it went over freaking twice. So basically I wasted 24 gold. And that game needs to give you a freaking pop-up, because that is some BS right there. That pissed me off. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, some people I'll add right away, some people I won't. It's just depends, man. I've had people message me and be like, oh, I sent you a friend request like 2 months ago and you barely added me today, thank you, or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, it's just I have other things besides adding people. You gotta remember, if I'm gonna make content, I'm gonna start live streaming the whole month this month. So literally I'm gonna have so much on my plate that I can't go through all that stuff. I don't have people to do it for me. Like, I literally have to do everything myself, which if I'm making content, like I'm live streaming content and stuff like that, it'll become a lot easier because I don't have to edit, I don't have to render, and I don't have to upload because it does it all for me. That's why I'm going to be doing that stuff this month, so I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, that's just it. What's up, DST? Okay, be right back. All right. You sent me a request and message, so I'm streaming. I'm not gonna check them right now. Like, if I'm doing something, I'm not gonna check them, man. You just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. I'll add you. Most likely, I will add you. Like, I usually tend to start from the bottom, like I said, and go down. So I'll start adding people. I also do like to check the page before I add people, so make sure you guys aren't freaking spamming random shit on your thing. Like, because some people, they'll add in like some random group and then they'll have a bunch of like notifications and stuff like that. Don't do that. I will literally block you. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't care if you have an evil of 2,000, 2 billion. I will block you. Same with the spamming thing. It annoys me beyond belief. Adding me to group annoys me beyond belief because it takes time out of my day for me to go through all that stuff. And if I'm taking time out of my day when I'm supposed to be doing other stuff, like work, like cleaning, like laundry, like videos, stuff like that, then that annoys me, and it should never happen. So just make sure you guys are checking your groups and checking your stuff, and make sure you guys don't spam me with random stuff, because then yeah, I'm gonna get annoyed and most likely block you. But yeah, I do add people. Plus, you gotta remember, you guys Facebook might not be the same as your YouTube, so I don't know sometimes who you guys are. Like, there's a few people who I've been talking to for a long time. Like, they always checking out my streams and stuff like that. Or I talk to them on Facebook, or a different not really on Facebook. I talk to them on a different platform, and then like they're like, "Oh, add me on Facebook," and then I'm like, "Okay, I'll go look them up." I'm like, there's either a billion people that look and have the exact same as you, same name as you. So how am I supposed to add somebody I don't know who they are? And you might not have the same name on there. So I could go look up Deadly Bush, but then Like, you might not have the same name. So, like, but all you have to do is send a message, be like, yo, this is me from YouTube. If that's how you want to do it, like, just send me a message. Be like, add me. This is my YouTube channel name. I'm this Evo, this fame. I've been playing for this long. I don't know. Just send it like a message. Like, put some time into it. Don't just be like, add me. Like, I'm not a freaking, I'm not a robot, and I don't have to listen to everybody's commands. Like, I'm not a monkey playing a thing. Just because somebody tells me to do something doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. I do whatever I want to do. So, yeah, because I've had some people be like, add me. You're a YouTuber. You gotta add me. Like, what? When did that become my, like, where did it say I had to do it just because I'm a YouTuber, or just because you think you have the right to tell me what to do? Like, yeah, nah. But yeah, just send a message. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, some people send messages without actually sending in a request, and then I'll add them because they actually took the time to message me. Like, it's a lot more personal, and not really personal. It's just, it shows me that they took time to add me, so that means maybe they'll take time to actually work on their mutant account and not just be like, add me, I'm level only 30, but that's fine, and then they never play again. Because I've had some people do that. There was just one guy who was like, oh, he tried to lie to me, like, oh, you added me last week, which I didn't add anybody that week, so I knew he was lying. And then he was just like, and then you deleted me right after. You gotta add me again. And then I was like, wait, what? First off, I didn't delete you because I knew I didn't add you in the first place. He's like, yeah, you did. You added me this time. And I'm like, I didn't tell him. I don't think in that fight, and you can actually go back and watch the video. I don't know where it is. But I don't think in that fight I actually told him that I didn't add anybody that week because of whatever was going on or whatever. So I knew he was lying, and then I banned him. Like, I literally went to his Facebook, blocked him, and then I banned him from my channel because it's just like, I don't deal with liars. I hate liars. Not really, I don't hate liars. It's just I hate lying when it's about something I know you're lying about. Like, if you're lying about your Evo and fame, don't do it because I will block you. Like, if you say you're Evo 100 and you're only Evo like 50, I will block you. I don't care. Like, I don't care if you're Evo like 200 and you say, oh, I'm 300, and then I find out you're only 200 and something, I'll block you. Like, you lied about that. There's no reason to lie about that at this stage in the game. Like, I don't know why people did it in the first place. It doesn't, like, especially for me, it doesn't matter what your fame or Evo is. My thing is, as long as you play the game, I will add you. But if you do stop playing the game, at some point I will look through the thing and know you didn't, you don't play anymore, and you'll get deleted. And I'm sorry, I've deleted a ton of people before, but most people just end up like forgetting anyway, and then they'll just never message me back. So there's only a couple times where like, oh, I didn't quit, I just had this to do or whatever. I was moving or something. I'm gonna be playing again this time. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll add you again. Like, that's it. Say the request. I hope you'll have time to add me. I will. Not literally right after the stream or anything like that, because after the stream is done, I'm literally gonna be starting. Well, I think I might go eat that chicken strips and stuff like that real quick, which will take like 5 or 10 minutes. Cause I mean, they're chicken strips. But I'm gonna literally start another stream right after that. I'm gonna be playing Anime Ninja, which if you want to watch that, that's fine. But I'm gonna throw on some Anime Ninja because I didn't make the video for this week, and I was supposed to make it yesterday. I didn't make it yesterday. I didn't make it this morning when I was supposed to because I was so tired. So I'm gonna be making it today, and I'm gonna live stream it. So. And it's not going to be a long live stream for Anime Ninja. It's literally going to be like 15-20 minutes, and then yeah, that's going to be about it. And then after I do that, I don't know if I want to live stream another game, or what I could do after that is actually go make some videos for tomorrow, which is the mutant videos, because I got to get another platinum done, and then I got to get another mutant in general done, and then I got to make a video for the Evo, which I'm going to make that video for the Evo. I'm going to put it out tonight because it's only like a 2-minute video. It shouldn't take me I don't know, the render should be like a couple of minutes, like 3 minutes or whatever. It shouldn't take that long to render. Upload should only be a couple minutes. So I'll literally get that video out right after I'm done with everything else, with streaming and stuff like that, because I was supposed to have it out this morning, but I didn't have time and I barely got on, and then I instantly started streaming. So yeah, but yeah, that's basically what we're gonna be doing. I am going to be, what am I gonna be doing after this? Oh, I'm just gonna be getting the Zoom War fights done. I was hoping it wasn't gonna take that long to get done. It might actually take a little bit longer. I'll see how many I'm at and then decide if I'm gonna keep going. But I just want to see what's next for later, because I'm gonna be doing most of those. When I get to the PvP fights, I'm gonna live stream PvP, so that way I can get through all 50 fights, which usually tends to take, depending on the fights, anywhere between 2 hours to 3 hours. So that's going to be a ton of content either for later today or tomorrow. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure I hit all the bases. Yeah, you really have to go, see you. All right, see you later. Have fun, or I don't know what you're going to do, but have a good time. But yeah, I'll be adding people for sure, don't worry. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. Whenever I have time, maybe when I'm eating, I'll start adding people, because I gotta eat, man. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. I haven't eaten today. Did I? No, I haven't eaten today. Well, technically I ate this morning, I guess. I don't really call that eating, because I didn't eat the day I didn't eat the day before, so I had to eat this morning. And yeah, so after I got up, I haven't eaten, I should say. So yeah, I will go and get something to eat after this. Stream the anime ninja video, and then after I'm done with that, probably, I don't know, I'll figure it all out though. But that anime ninja video isn't gonna be that long, so you can tune in for the stream if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine. And I forgot to play ads this entire video, so I'm gonna play one real quick. If you guys have ad block, that's fine, I guess. It really doesn't matter to me. But if you have YouTube Red, which they have 30-day free trial, oh well, you only get one, so hopefully you guys haven't used it. But if you do have that, you do get I do get money from that, although it's just like a penny or whatever. But it does help me out, especially now. I'm gonna try to start growing my channel again. We'll see if we can get back up to what I used to be at before, and I'm gonna go hard the rest of this year. Well, not the entire year, because I'm gonna be moving to, I haven't decided when I'm moving. My birthday's next month, so I don't know if I want to move before or after my birthday. I haven't decided yet. But literally right after that is wait. My sister's birthday is a little bit after that, actually. So I don't know when I'm gonna be moving, but it is gonna be soon. So there might be a little bit of time where I have downtime, but I'm gonna try to do my best and stream and get better at everything I'm doing on YouTube. And yeah, we'll see how it works out. If I can grow to the point I want to grow to, I will be doing giveaways again, because that's how I used to do them before. And I feel like giving back is the best thing, because without everybody supporting me, it's just you get nowhere. Like literally, I went from having an insane amount of people watch me to nobody at all. So, well, not really nobody. It's just basically it didn't even get cut in half. It got like, I'm like 1/4 of basically what I used to. So for me, I want to see if I can get back to that point, because everyone's like, oh, after your channel dies, you can't do it, or this or that. I'm just like, okay, I'll take that challenge. Let's see if I can. And yeah, we'll just try different stuff. We'll make content. We'll try to make content better. Maybe at some point if I start making money off of YouTube again, because yeah, I'm making like absolutely nothing. I'm making about 10% of what I made a year ago, which I was barely making stuff then. So now I'm just making absolutely nothing, but I do have fun doing it, so I'm going to continue. But if I can get back to the point to where I could actually buy a cam for the stream, I'll buy one, because I can just do it when I'm live streaming. I'll have the camera set up and you guys will get to see me. Although don't expect much, because I am usually like literally took off all my stuff, threw on my PJs. I kind of just messed up my shirt, which I'm kind of sad about because I just changed my shirt. But yeah, I don't have my hair done. I just like my hair looks like well, actually it looks pretty good. But yeah, even if I had a cam, I'm not dressing up for you guys. Sorry, you guys are gonna see me the way I am. Which is I guess sometimes I'm good because like I gotta get ready in the morning and stuff. But like if I literally just wake up and start streaming, oh, too bad you guys gonna see my hair all over the place, because I'm not gonna make it any better. But if I can get to that point where I can start buying stuff like that, I don't mind. I'll buy it. I'll use the YouTube money, buy it, and then also do giveaways and stuff like that when I get to that point. But currently we are not even close to that point, because I don't even... What happened? Oh, there we go. I don't even make enough to pay my internet bill with the amount of YouTube revenue I make. So you guys can go off of that to figure out how much I make, because I'm not going to tell you how much I make. But yeah, at the current state we're in, we make not even enough to pay the internet bills. What I usually would do with the, like before when I made money off of YouTube, I paid the internet bill and certain bills and stuff like that. Of course, I have other stuff to do that pays for everything else. But for now, we have this for at least getting some of the internet now. But when I make enough to the point where I can start giving away gift cards and stuff like that again, then I will. So just gotta make it there, man. What's going on, Jose? You need to buy more lotion then? Yeah. No. I'm buying more lotion. You guys are gonna get what you get, and I'm gonna make myself look even messier, so when I stream, you guys can just be like, "Oh, what the fuck is wrong with this person?" No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I really don't care, man. I'll go on my freaking PJs and stuff to the store. Like, I don't know why people make it a big deal when you go outside of your house. Like, I'll go to a freaking graduation in PJs. Like, if I'm comfortable in what I'm wearing, why does everyone else have to have, like, why do I have to conform to everybody else's opinion? Like, I don't care if they make fun of me. They can say whatever they want. I'm comfortable. That's how I feel. I'll go out to family dinners. I'm like, I'm wearing what I'm wearing. You ain't stopping me. If you don't like it, then don't take me with you. That's what I tell people. They're like, oh, why don't you dress up? We're going to see our family. I'm like, dress up for who? I wear this every day. If I wanted to dress up, then I'll dress up. Like, I gotta dress up for everything else. Why do I have to dress up for something that I didn't even want to go to in the first place? Sometimes I don't even go either. I'm just like, nah, I'm not going. Like, I'm an adult, so you gotta make adult decisions. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to. When you're a lot younger, yes, follow your parents' rules. And if they want you to do something, just remember, when you get to be an adult, you get to pick what you want to. But then that also means you gotta pay the bills and do everything else that your parents do for you now. So taking it while it lasts, because at some point you're gonna have to wash your own clothes, you're gonna have to do your own lunch, you're gonna have to vacuum, you're gonna have to make time to do taxes, you're gonna have to do so much stuff that grown-ups do that you wouldn't think of. And yeah, so you wanted to be adult, you wanted to make adult decisions, you wanted to wear your own clothes and stuff like that. You can be able to do that stuff, but then you also be able to have to pay your own medical bills, life insurance, insurance in general, Like, there's so much stuff that happens when you get older. So even if you're barely like 16, 17, 18, stuff like that, you're still not that old, man. Like, you may barely be going off to college and stuff like that, and you're gonna start learning stuff, but you just take it in while you can, because sooner or later you're gonna have to, like, maybe you buy a house, mortgage, like maybe you're renting, you're gonna have to do that. Maybe when you go out looking for a house to rent, you forget to ask them if the freaking thing is utilities paid and stuff like that, so then maybe you have to pay utilities. Like, there's a ton of different stuff that goes into being an adult that people don't think about when they're a lot younger, because they're a lot younger and dumber and they think they're always right. But just make sure to learn that stuff now, and you'll be set for when you get a lot older. Because I seen people when they were a lot younger, oh, we only need a few more. When they're a lot younger, they think they were right and stuff like that, and now they're just like, oh, I was so wrong. Or I've seen other people where they had to grow up a lot younger, and now, I mean, they're better off than they were before. So I think the third stage had one. I forgot which stage I was on, so we're just gonna go to the third. I think it was right here. Was it this one? No, it was, which one was it? Where is it? What the hell? It was the fourth stage. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff that goes into being a grown-up, basically. So just live it up while it lasts when you're a kid, because trust me, you do. When you get a lot older, there's a reason people say, I wish I could go back and live in that time instead of wanting to be a grown-up, because you will be one at some, well, inevitably you will be one, and trust me, it's not always pretty. So just live in the moment and don't worry about well, I'm not gonna say don't worry about the future, but don't try to grow up too fast, because when you do grow up, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Yeah, you may see people like with freaking good ass jobs. Maybe they just fell into that position by accident, but then, like, you don't know, they could be just dropping all their money on stupid stuff and not realize that they need to save money, and in a few years they get fired or whatever, and they have no money because they blew it all. Like, learn when you're a lot younger. You should start learning how to save money, stuff like that. When I have a kid, if I ever have a kid, which I don't plan to, unless all the circumstances are right and I find not even the right person, but I am in the position to where I can have a kid and not worry, then yeah, I would have one. But if I do have a kid, I will teach him a lot younger to manage money, to learn about credit cards, to learn about taxes, stuff they don't really teach you in school. They may teach you now. I don't know. Back when I was growing up, they didn't teach you that stuff in high school or middle school or anything like that. So basically, when you get out of school, you're just like, what the hell? Everything I learned in there doesn't mean crap. Even though you have to learn it, it's just like, kind of suck. But if they do have a business class in your school or whatever to learn about stuff like that, take it, because it will help you. Because everyone else is gonna be like, I don't know how to do taxes, because that's what I was like. What, I had to do my own tax. I didn't have to do my own taxes, but I have to do taxes. I don't know anything about this. And then they're just like this and this, and then I'm just like, everything's going over my head. So make sure you guys learn about that earlier, because it will definitely help you. It's stuff you need to know, like credit cards, insurance, all that stuff you need to know. If you own a car, or if you just got your first car, make sure you learn about all the stuff you need to know about your car. Like, make sure you're getting oil changes, make sure you're checking under the hood, checking your fluids. Like, there's stuff you gotta learn. Even if nobody teaches you, there's a manual for a reason. Learn it. Look on YouTube. Like, there's so much stuff on YouTube. Look at a video on the basics of taking care of a car, so that way you know what to do and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I know some of the stuff is freaking boring as crap, but it's stuff you guys should be learning, depending on your age. I mean, you guys could be a lot older than me or about the same age as me. But yeah, like learning stuff like that will help you, because you don't want to grow up and then not know anything and everybody else knows stuff, and then you're just out of the loop, or you're just lost when you get out there, or you never know, something could happen to your parents and now you're the grown up. So you just got to learn to do stuff now so that way you'll know for the future, because I've seen a ton of people that it's happened to and freaking crashed, and they just didn't know what to do. They didn't know, like, stuff like that. Like, there was one person where they made a ton of cash because they fell into a job that I don't even know how they got the job in the first place, but they fell into a job that made a ton of money and was buying like a crap ton of stuff that they didn't need. They were buying like 40 pairs of shoes and expensive car and expensive jewelry and blowing money on expensive food, and they got laid off and they pretty much didn't have any money left because they thought they were going to have that job forever, apparently. Or maybe I don't know what they thought, but they didn't save any of that money, and I don't know where they work now, but basically they blew not millions, I don't know how much they made, but they blew a lot of money on stupid stuff when they could have saved it and spent it right. They didn't need a fancy car, especially at their age. They didn't need a fancy car. They just needed a car that ran, that was good on gas, that they didn't need the expensive meals. Yeah, maybe once in a while, or maybe if you're taking your boss out for lunch or stuff like that. Yeah, okay, family or stuff, but they didn't need to buy all that stuff, because a year before they were eating freaking McDonald's. Like, come on, man. Like, if you guys fall into money and stuff like that, just make sure you guys manage it, because it will help you later on, because you never know what's going to happen later on in life, and preparing now will help you for your future, because it always does, even though some people don't want to admit it. But yeah, that's I guess the little lesson for today. I don't know. But yeah, I have a ton of stories, man. Like, I can freaking talk for days about stuff. It's not that I know everything either. Like, I some stuff I have no idea. Like, some people ask me because they think I know everything, and I'm just like, I only know stuff about stuff that I know, but I can do some research, and also doing research helps. Like, if you don't know something and you're one of those types of people that think you know everything, just admit when you're wrong and go look it up, or tell the person, be like, oh, I don't know, I'm sorry, I thought I knew, can you tell me? And they'll tell you, and that's how you learn stuff. Like, there's some stuff that I've learned that I'm like, oh, I thought I knew stuff about that, but apparently I don't, and somebody told me something, and then I'll be like, cool, that's something I learned today. And you learn stuff every day, especially if you're not trying to be a know-it-all. Please don't be one of those types of people, because I've met some of those and they're just like, yeah, I know it all, and then I'm like, no, you're wrong, and then we gotta look it up, and then they're just like, oh, it's because of this and this, and they try to make excuses. Just don't do that. What's the square root of pi? I don't know. What's the square root of pi? 3.14, and like it goes on forever and ever and ever. It doesn't really go on forever and ever and ever. It goes on for like, I think like 100 or 200 numbers and stuff. But what is yeah, it just depends, man. But yeah, you just try not to be that type of person, because I've met so many of those people, and I'm just like, man, if you just would drop that whole I know it all act, you would learn so much more. Because I used to be that way when I was younger. Not younger, but like in probably middle school-ish. I started to get out of that in high school, because in high school I started to want to learn instead of being a little know-it-all, which wasn't even really a know-it-all because I didn't really know shit. And it did help me. Like, it helped me a lot in school to learn that I didn't know everything, to learn that if somebody knows something, learn from them. Like, learn from what they're telling you, because you never know if that information is going to help you in the future. And in some instances, it has. Like, there's one thing that I didn't know that somebody told me, or no, I learned it off of I think maybe it might have been YouTube or something, but there was a thing that I watched where it was like how to get gum off of pants. And one day I sat in a pair of pants. I sat in a pair of, or I had a pair of pants on, the denim ones or whatever, a jeans, I don't know what you want to call them, and I sat in gum. And I remember for some reason I remember this. They were like, oh, how to get gum off your pants. And I was just like, I know how to get it off my pants. And for some reason that stuck with me. Like, in my head, I wasn't thinking about it at the time. Like, I just watched it and it went by. And in my head, I was like, not even paying attention to the video. It was just there. And when it actually happened, for some reason in my head, it clicked. And basically, you just take an ice cube, not really melt, just put it on the gum till it is hard, because it gets hard with the cold. So you just make it hard, or you can stick the whole damn thing in the freezer. Anyway, you just get the ice, put it on the gum, make it hard, and you can literally peel. Make sure it's fully hard though, and then you can just peel it off your pants. And I was like, oh my god, I believe I just bought those pants or something. I can't remember exactly why. Yeah, I think I had just got those pants and I was like upset or something. And then I remembered that and I was just like, why did I remember that? It was the weirdest thing to remember, but my brain remembered it. And it's just like, learn from stuff, man. Like, watch videos, even if they're just like, oh, how to do this, life hacks, stuff like that. You never know. One day that stuff could come in handy. You'll learn something on there that you didn't think you would remember, and you remember. And I don't know why I picked all three of these characters, because I'm supposed to be leveling characters. My bad. But basically, yeah, just pay attention, learn. If you don't know something, learn from somebody. Just the way you're supposed to learn. Like, you didn't know how to write, you learned how to write. You didn't know letters, you learned the letters. I don't know if they still teach cursive, but I remember that was the hardest thing to learn. I learned that. I literally learned the Greek alphabet. I don't know it anymore, but for one class for extra credit, which was calculus, the teacher wanted us to learn the Greek alphabet as extra credit. Say and I believe it was say and write down the Greek alphabet. It might have been say and write or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know it was learn the Greek alphabet and get it in front of the class. Or it wasn't even get in front of the class. I think it was just sell it to her. But I did it in the middle of class because I was like, I learned this. It took me literally 2 weeks, or no, maybe a little bit longer than that, to memorize it without looking at it, to remember each letter, to know the name, to remember how to write it down and stuff. And yeah, I got extra credit for that because she told everybody to do it and I was the only one. And I asked her, or she after class, she's like, can I speak to you? And I went up to her and then she's like, you're the first person to ever do it, or to ever learn it, because no one wanted to do it because I guess they thought it wasn't worth it. And plus the extra credit wasn't even that much. It's just I wanted to learn it, although I forgot it all by now because it's been almost 10 years. But yeah, it's those things. Like, what if I remembered all that stuff and I actually needed it for something? Like, I learned a skill or a thing, I don't remember now, but if I continue to do it, and maybe I would need it one day. I don't know, especially if you go into like calculus, trigonometry and all that stuff. Like, I was literally on my way to going into all that stuff, but I kind of gave up on all that because I was really good at math. I suck at math now because my memory is pretty shit. Um, because of stuff I don't want to talk about. Because of stuff I went through and stuff like that. But guess who's back? But yeah, I don't know. I find learning to do certain things or to remember certain things will be helpful later on. Even if you don't remember right then, you never know what your mind retains. Is a funny thing, because like I'll forever remember how to get gum off my pants because of the whole experience of me remembering it when I didn't even really pay attention. And I was just like, that is amazing how your brain remembers stuff you weren't even, like, you're watching, like, you watch the whole survival thing, or maybe you watch stuff like that, like hacks and stuff, and you'll be amazed on some of the stuff your brain picks up on, even though you're not even really paying attention to it, or maybe you are paying attention to it. But yeah, you'll be amazed how it retains stuff you wouldn't think you would remember, because it's happened to me multiple times. I'm like, oh my god, how did I remember that? Like, it's crazy. But yeah, like I have a ton of other stories, especially ones that probably wouldn't want to get into. But like I have stories like that. I mean, I have like stories about freaking a ton of stuff. Yeah, I don't really want to give away too much, because like if I ever do decide to do a series, I'll save it for that, of course. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a series like that, like just maybe hints and not really hints, not even tips. I don't know what to call it. Just like talk, basically. Sit there and talk for like 30 minutes or 20 minutes or however long the story takes, and just see what comes out. Who knows? Maybe something profound will come out. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing like that would ever happen. But you can always go back and watch and see how you develop. Like if you do it, like if I wish I used to do it when I was like, they didn't really have YouTube back when I graduated or when I was in high school. Like this is more of a newer thing. But I really wish I could have seen my progress. Like if I could have, like, the whole daily vlogging thing is a good idea, but not even that, just like see my views on life back then to now, to when I'm 80, or when I'm like not even 80, like when I'm 40, and then when I'm 50 and 60 and stuff, and go back and look at that stuff. That'd be pretty sick, man. But yeah, it's interesting to think about for sure. And I think it's a really good idea. Like, just like, even if you don't upload it, just talk to, like, you don't even have to put a camera on. Just make a little podcast for yourself, or a little audio clip that you can save, and then go back a couple years from now and see what you felt back then. Especially about girls or guys, if you're a girl. Like the whole like heartbreak thing and stuff like that. It does help to like the first time you go through it, it's probably going to be pretty tough because you don't know what's actually going on and stuff like that. It does get easier with time, and depending on the number of relationships, or maybe you had a like 10-15 year relationship. I've seen those happen. Like it's good to go back and hear yourself talk about it, and then when it happens again, maybe you just go back and listen to it, and it won't be that bad because you've already went through it. But yeah, it's a good way to do it. You don't even have to upload it. Just talk to a thing. Tell them about your day. Like, talk to the future you, basically, and make a little thing. It doesn't even have to be that long, 5-10 minutes. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself what the day was like. Go through the day real quick. Save it. Do that every day. Do that every other day. I don't know. Maybe do it every weekend. Tell you about the week, what the week was like, and then a couple of years down the line, you'll go back and listen to those and be like, "Wow, oh my God, what was I thinking?" or this or that. Like, it's crazy how much people change with time, because everybody changes. It may not be right away, but everybody changes their views on certain things. They may be one of those people that those jocks, or like, not really jock, I don't really want to call them jocks, those people that treat people like crap. They're probably always going to be that way, but it doesn't mean that they don't change in other aspects of their life. So yeah, it's interesting to hear yourself or record yourself with a video as well, and just go back on that, because I wish I did that, because it would be for me, it would be interesting to go back to my high school me and see what I was like compared to where I'm at now, or how I am now, because I don't let anything affect me in terms of people saying stuff, because in the end of the day, it's their own opinion, and their opinion, even if it is somebody I know, but if it's not somebody I know, they're a complete stranger, their opinion doesn't matter to me, and it shouldn't matter to me. So yeah, even if it is somebody I know as well, it's just like, depending on the person, it's just like, it's your opinion. Jahin? I don't know how to say your name. I remember when I used to watch his anime ninja videos. I was my guide back then. Nice. I'm actually going to be making an anime ninja video here in a minute. A live one. Right after I get done with this. Yeah, I understand. My anime ninja videos, I understand what you were trying to say. But I'm going to be making an anime ninja video after this, if you want to stick around. I'm just going to get this done real quick. I don't know how close I am to getting done. Probably not that close. So I'm probably just going to actually end it here in a minute. But I'm going to go eat real quick. That should take like 10 or 20 minutes. And then I'm going to get back on and make a live anime ninja video, which probably won't even take that long, honestly. And then either start playing some Fortnite or go and get some other stuff done. So we'll see how it actually pans out. But expect a ton more streams. So maybe I'll try to not do it. I was gonna say do a 24-hour. I'm not gonna be doing a no 24-hour stream, but maybe expect some like 8-hour, 10-hour streams, especially maybe Friday and Saturday when I have literally nothing to do. So yeah, expect a lot more for sure, because I'm gonna just try to go hard and try my best to grow my channel again, like get to where I want to be at in terms of YouTube, and see if I can get back up there, because I don't know, I had some people like, oh, your channel died now, even though back then they were saying, oh, your channel's like, you're not even growing, this and that, but then when my channel falls off, apparently I fell off then now, because like before you were saying I wasn't this and that. I'm just like, I don't understand how people like do that. I'm like, okay, and then I go look at theirs, and then they have absolutely nothing. I'm like, okay, then you do it. Let me see you do it. If you can criticize people for it, then I would take it a lot differently if it was somebody that actually done it before. But even then, I wouldn't really care. I'd be like, I'm doing it because I want to do it. So, but I find it funny that when I was getting like 400k views a month, they were saying, oh, you should just quit YouTube, you're not even getting views. But now that I'm falling off, as they say, now they want to be like, oh, your channel is young, it's falling off. Well, when was it ever big to begin with if I wasn't even big when I was big? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know, I just find it funny. Like, some of the message I get are just funny, man. Like, they just say just the randomest things, and yeah, I just find it funny. But yeah, I'm just gonna try my best, try to become a better entertainer, I guess. I don't know, I gotta figure out stuff to talk about, to entertain, to I don't know. I don't know really what to go off. I mean, I could talk about the game, but I always talk about the game. That's usually what I do when I'm recording videos. I don't know. Like, we'll see how it actually all pans out over the next month, and see if I become a better entertainer or a better streamer. I shouldn't say entertainer, maybe streamer is a better word. Become a better streamer is basically my goal. Maybe over the next few months, who knows? But for sure, over the next month, my goal is just to become better at streaming, to become at least somebody that you can watch. I don't know. We'll see how it actually pans out, honestly. Because I can say one thing, but audience will decide what actually happens, because it's how it usually goes, honestly. Like I could stream and no one can watch it. I notice, like, I do stream and yeah, people come and go and stuff like that, but then like, I'll literally get a ton of views when the video is done and stuff like that. People actually watch it after I'm done streaming. So I don't know, maybe they just like videos. I don't know, but I find it fun to live stream. Although sometimes you guys, especially if I'm streaming live, which, I mean, of course you're going to be streaming live, but basically you guys are going to be hearing stuff in the background all the time this month, because I live with people. They come and go. They get drunk. They party. Like, you'll hear them, or you'll hear people around outside fighting, or like stuff like that, because that's usually what I hear is stuff like that. So if I can hear it, I'm pretty sure the mic will pick it up, because that's usually what happens. It hasn't been happening as much as it used to, like during the week, but on the weekend, man, people get into the parties, man. Like, they'll party like crazy. Then they was getting into fights, and like this one lady behind us freaking cracked her head open, I guess, because she fell down the stairs because she was drunk. I don't know if she got pushed or, yeah, I don't know. Finished 10 PvP fights, so we'll get that done a little bit later, I guess. We're almost there though, but yeah, I think that's gonna be about it. I will be back to do a anime ninja stream, which is going to be right after I go eat, because I'm starting to get, like, not shaky, but that like hunger feeling. So I'm gonna go eat. I will be back. I'll start the live stream for Anime Ninja, get that done, and then either my friend's gonna be on or he's not, and then we'll probably play Fortnite, and then I'll go get videos done later tonight for tomorrow and have those uploaded for you guys. So that's gonna be maybe a random mutant video, maybe a PvP video, maybe a platinum video, a regular mutant video, maybe a I don't know, random video from a random game, because I did want to start this month uploading random games for the month. I think I missed yesterday because I don't think I uploaded one yesterday, but I can get one out today and the next few days and stuff like that, because actually I can get one out for the like half the month, because I recorded that many. I just gotta edit, render, and upload them. So I will be doing that. So you can stick around for the next 20-30 minutes if you want to watch it. I'll set a timer maybe for like 30 minutes or something, so people can come in before I start. I want to start playing that game again, but I don't know if it is worth it. Probably not. There's better games out there now. You can start on DBZ Online. You can start same thing. It's just a reskin. If you're looking for anime games, there is a ton of anime games out there now, so you can do those. Up to you. Dragon Ball Legends, when it comes out, yes, I'm going to play it. For sure. 100%. Looks like a badass game. I will be playing, and maybe I'll start streaming that, because I'm going to start streaming a lot more, and I'm going to be streaming everything. I'm going to stream Anime Ninja. I'm going to stream Mutants. I'm going to stream Fortnite. I'm going to stream random games you guys don't know about. I'm going to stream anything and everything that I can stream for a while, because I want to see how it actually works and see if it's worth it. Yeah, so expect a lot more for sure. Especially if you like streaming, then definitely you're definitely gonna be happy because I will be putting out content for people that love streaming, because yeah, I'm gonna be doing so much of it. But yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for this one. Stick around for the next like 30 minutes. Gonna go eat and then we'll be back. But thank you guys for watching. If you did make it this far, even if you just watched 5-10 minutes, thank you. It does help me. Like the video, subscribe, hit the freaking notification bell. Apparently now I have to freaking tell everybody to do everything because it's the way the YouTube made the system. So I think the system's broken. They need to fix it. But that's the only way to get people to watch your content, to bring new people in. And thank you. But we'll talk to you guys later.